Okay, hello everyone. So I have another lesson video for you. This one is for elementary grade 5 using the Hi Friends 1 textbook. And this is the last lesson in the textbook. So I guess once you do this a few times, if you still have hours that you have to teach, you can teach your own lesson. Like it could be a Jeopardy game or whatever, but for this lesson, this is maybe hour 2 of doing it, so the second time teaching it in the classroom. Anyways, okay, so the lesson is, what would you like? And I did another video about building a parfait in groups by playing rock, paper, scissors. This is a different game that works so freaking well. Every single classroom that I did it in, they absolutely loved it. So the first thing I would do, or the first thing I did for these lessons, is I actually had a St. Patrick's Day presentation, like a short 5 to 10 minute about St. Patrick's Day kind of thing. Like it was very informal. It was just for them to know about it. And then I found a St. Patrick's Day video on YouTube and then I shared it with them too. But to start this lesson, I would pretend, so this is the classroom setup, but for now just pretend that this is like the whiteboard in front of the kids. I would write, what would you like? And then question mark, and then please. So this is exactly what I would write, and then here I would put Q, and here I'd put A, so that means question and answer. So, I'll close my pen here. Okay, so I would say, what would you like? And then I'd have students say it with me once, what would you like? And then I would say, okay, what would you like? Do you know in Japanese? And I'd want them to translate it into Japanese. And it was kind of difficult because they were thinking it was like, what do you like? But it's what would you like? So being served something. So once they translate it, we would say it one more time, and then I would say, nani nani nani, please. And then the kids would be like, nani nani nani, please, repeating it. And then I'd say, what's please in Japanese? And they say, oh, kudasai, or onigaishimasu, or whichever. They'd be like, good, good. So then I'd practice it all together again. What would you like? And the kids would say, what would you like? And I'd say, nani nani nani, please. And the kids would say, nani nani nani, please. And then I actually have the flashcards. Okay, so these are the flashcards that we use with our classes. It's a nice big image and then font below the image of what it is. So these are the actual things that we stand at the front of the class with, and we're like, okay, repeat after me. Hot dog, kind of thing. So what I would do is I'd put this on the board where it's like right here. So I'd say, okay, what would you like? Kids would say, what would you like? And I put this, and I'd say, hot dog, please. And the kids would say, hot dog, please. And then in a rhythm, it actually sounds really good. So for example, what would you like? French fries, please. What would you like? Parfait, please. And then you can just keep going until you feel like the kids like understand it. I have, okay, this lesson has a bajillion flashcards with it. Like there's just so many, and it's all food. All different kinds of foods and drinks and stuff. Like there's so many. So I only do a few practice runs until I feel like they're comfortable, because these words they tend to know already, because a lot of them are loan words like hamburger and hot dog. The kids totally know those, right? So you don't, or they should sort of know them. You can practice with them if you don't think that they're like super confident. But anyways, after practicing that a few times, I would keep this on the board, but for the sake I'm gonna just erase this to show you the activity that comes right after. So the next thing I would do is I would chop the class in half. So I'd split, these students would move their desks this way, and these students would move their desks this way. These are all desks. And at the very back of the classroom, they always have their lockers, and it's like a shelf, so it's the perfect height to put stuff on. So over here, this is going to be Group A, or Team A, and this is Group B, Team B. So these are Group A's cards, these are Group B's cards. These cards are basically anything that you want to request. So I've got a coin. I put Sunny just to play with them a little bit. I've got all the flashcards, the food flashcards here. I've got objects, cat, baseball, shoes, star, Canada flag, pizza, like it's all in here. So 2 packs of the exact same things, and they're put at the back of the classroom. And then what I would do is I'd usually get the corner students to junk and pawn to see who goes first in each group. So say this person goes first, this person goes first. They're gonna walk up to Jessica Sensei, who is right here, and I would say, what would you like? Or no, sorry. They would say, I would count 3, 2, 1, and they say, what would you like? And then I say, baseball, please. So then the kids run. And they have to look for the baseball in their thing, which is this guy here. I wrote what it was on the back. I just drew these out on like the thicker cardboard paper because these things get destroyed. So yeah, don't get too close to those objects. So they grab it and then they race back, and I have both my hands out, like one hand here, and then whoever puts it in my hand first gets the point. And then I just write 1 point if they win, 1 point if they win, kind of thing. And if they come at a tie, like both, if I see them coming, like they're both going to come at the same time, I close my eyes so that I can feel it better, like who comes first. And if they tie, I get them to rock, paper, scissors, and the winner gets the point. And after the first students go, they return back to their desks, and then the next students come up and they say, what would you like? And I'm like, okay, pizza, please. And they go run, grab their pizza and run back, and then they give me the pizza, and I'm like, okay, good, point. And just continue this until all the students have gone. And I made enough thingies so that there's like enough for like 3 rounds to go or whatever, because it can go by quite fast. I'm just trying to think. There was another way I wanted to do this, but I never did it, where the students that come up and ask, what would you like, they'd come behind the desk and then they would start giving the demands, and then they'd go back when they're done, and it was a little bit complicated. But this is basically, it's like a race game. The kids ask, what would you like? And then I tell them, they get it, and they bring it back. And this goes on for the rest of the class, basically. Like, the kids totally get into it. They start cheering for their teams, and if a team looks like they're going really far behind and one team is like really far ahead, I usually say, okay, now it is worth 5 points. If you can get it, 5 points. Usually it gets better. So anyways, that's the lesson of what would you like. This is the hour 2. And yeah, I believe, oh yeah, you just have to let kids know to be careful, because when they run back, they like fall over the desk and like hit the cart or the blackboard, and they're like, okay, this. It's like, woo, be careful. So yeah, that's basically all there is to it, this game. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!